Hi everybody, all my followers, be welcome to another video. Now, this video today is on a 2007, I think it is, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 2007 Range Rover. I believe this is the L320. Is this the L320? We'll have a look quickly. Yes, this is the L320 Range Rover 3.6 or 3.7. Anyway, another one with air suspension problems. Now, I've done a couple of these not long ago, which you might have seen the faults with it. In this particular case, so this car, I'm not going to drive now to show you. Trust me if you want. If you don't, you don't want. But basically, it's coming up with that yellow light in there, with the 2-liter arrows over the car drawing. I'll put somewhere here a picture of the symbol, either if it comes up later or if I have one from the other ones I've done. The only reason why I'm recording this is because I believe that this is going to be a slightly different issue this time, and who knows the way I'm going to diagnose this and the way I'm going to tackle this. We might give you some different idea of how to do things. Not that I'm going to do it right, but a different way maybe to do it. So on the other ones, as you probably have seen, one of them was a front right, I think, airbag that was leaking quite badly. We got that replaced. The other one I can't even remember. But this one, the only reason why I'm doing it is because I was not to record this, so I've done a little bit of digging into this already, is because I think it's a slightly different problem. So I decided, why not recording and take you guys through it. So what the problem is, so the light comes on when I start driving, not always, but as soon as I start to drive, pretty much it comes on. And the faults I had, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you unless... let me try something here. Okay, no, I couldn't do it. I was to go on to come out of this and go on the history, but because there is no codes present at the moment, because I've cleared them, there is no faults coming up. So unfortunately I can't do nothing. But basically, guys, what's happening is, so it comes up with a light, as I said, and throws a fault for air suspension not available, etc, etc. So I've been here on my... I just logged in. Let me log in again so I show you. So RLM, right level control module, and what I want to show you is there is no trouble codes right now. Okay, it's fault free, but what I wanted to show you is the following. So at the moment I'm on access position, which is the lower position, as you can see also in there, access right there at the top. So that's the lower position for the suspension system. You can lock this in position, or if I leave it like that and I start driving, the car will race to normal. But what we'll do all that here on the floor, and what I want to show you is the following. We only need to look at from here. From here? Yeah, from here. So I wanted to look at the levels of the car, my gallery pressure. So 255, that's about 2.5 bars or somewhere around there. Sorry about that, guys, I got interrupted. So as I was saying, so I was reading, I can't remember what I was reading, it was 255, wasn't it? So about 2.5 bars. In the meantime, the compressor kicked in. But the thing is, this should be way more than this. Obviously, the pressure in the gallery is going to drop when the compressor stops. But what I would like to see, and I'd like to wait for the compressor to kick in again, and what you're going to see, but before that, what you're going to see is that, first of all, it's not even reaching the right pressure. So this gallery, if I'm not mistaken, should be around 17 bars, 18 bars, somewhere around there. That's the pressure for the air suspension, around there, which is about 1800 kilopascals. And you're gonna see that the system struggles to get to 1200, which is about 12 bars. At the moment, let me see if I can show you. Where is that? Let's see if I can show you that. There we go. So look at these temperatures right now. So the motor is 125 degrees nearly, and the compressor temperature is over 100 degrees. The fault I had initially, I'm going to try to see either if I can replicate the fault, or and if it comes up I'll take a picture, or I'm going to Google to see if I find one of them. That was basically saying that the compressor was running for too long. That was saying compressor running for too long without raising the vehicle or something like that. I can't remember now. But all this talking, what for? To show you the following. I want to show you right here. So at the moment, as I said, I'm on access. I'm going to raise the vehicle to normal position. So right now, so the rear of the car raised straight away. The front of the car, as you can see in there, look at that. It's not coming up. But it's both fronts of the car, as you can see. So the compressor is now kicking in, as you can see, it's going up, and the front of the car is very slowly raising. As you can see in there, it's still saying raising. It takes forever to raise the front of the car, so it's coming up very slowly. Let's just quickly go down to see. The compressor stops at 150 degrees. That should stop if it gets to 150 degrees as a fail safe, and then it only kicks in again when it drops below 120. So it now reached the normal position. It's just stopped. Tried to raise the car, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put it all the way up. So I just pressed all the way up now. So the rear of the car is immediately, it raises up straight away. The front of the car now is extremely slow. You can barely see on those leaves in there. If you get a reference point, maybe you can see that it's coming up extremely slow. Extremely slow. Look, damn it, he just told me. He said something about temperature, and then he said it showed in there. Unfortunately I couldn't show you. Let me see if he's still showing the information. It showed, there we go. You see? Have you seen that? There we go. We'll raise when the system is cold. So the system is running for that long that it overheats and stops trying to obviously raise the car. As you could see, that those two valves were 100% and the rear ones were already closed. I know we went straight away, but when the system tries to kick in again, we'll show you that again. So the front valves are fully open, try to raise the vehicle, and you're gonna see in there on the levels again. If you look in there, so we have the rear ones pretty much are the same. Obviously my driveway, the concrete, even the concrete is not completely flat, and obviously we have the car on a sort of a gradient, so it's not going to be perfect. But as you can see, obviously the front ones are way lower than the rear ones, and that is obviously quite visible as well when you look at the car from the outside. So as you can see, it's way higher at the back than at the front. So I believe, that's why I think, and the reason why I'm recording it is because I believe we have a leak somewhere between the compressor and the front of the car valves. So the valves are on the driver's side here in the UK, obviously. On this side, in the front wheel arch behind the cover, there is the valve body is there. So we're gonna have to try to find out where the leak is, and possibly, there we go again. So it's just, you see, it's still saying raising. The car should be, God, should be all the way up by now. So let's gonna do it. Let's gonna get to those valves to start with, and try to figure out, or inspect, and then try to figure out where my leak might be. Okay, and we got to the valve, which is right there. Now this particular car does have what it looks like a water radiator right here. It does have this plastic thing here, which is holded with 2 bolts right here behind. So you need to get your hand, once you take the liner off, you need to get your hand behind with a spanner and take them off. They go here. Okay, and obviously there is 3, 4, 5, and then I took the one from there as well to just drop the radiator to give me access to the valve. So if I'm not mistaken, and you expertise out there that if you guys know is different, correct me underneath, but in the comments below. But I believe that this is this orange pipe is the pipe that comes with the main air pressure from the actually compressor, and comes in here, and then it goes into these, it splits to this pipe which goes to the other shock absorber on the other side, and comes to this pipe which comes through here, and it comes to this shock absorber or to this airbag here. So how are we going to do this? I don't know. I really don't know, but we're going to find out. So how am I going to do this? I have an idea. Okay guys, some of you might remember this. Done it ages ago, but never really used it on a video. I've used it many times, but never on a video. So I think today's going to be the day. So I've tested the orange pipe which goes all the way to the back to the compressor. I've tested the hose that comes to this side, and now I'm injecting smoke over there. So I'm going to start the compressor, which is going to be a little bit noisy, but then we're going to go on the other side to see, or for me to show you what I've seen. A little bit more because it's not visible yet. Here it comes. Ah, crap. Can you see it? There it comes. Right from the top of the strut. There we go. Where is smoke? There is fire. Right. It looks to me like the top of the strut. Either the, as you can see, so there it comes. So I'm not really sure where it's coming from. If it's the strut itself, if it's the nut, not really sure. So I'm gonna ring the guy, and we'll see what we do with this, but definitely there is a leak at the top of this. So I'm going to put, actually let me turn off the compressor. Okay, as you've seen, no need of rocket science here. You've seen the smoke coming up at the top of that strut. Interestingly enough, with the car off and walking around, I couldn't really hear any whizzing, any leaks, but obviously there is a leak. There is a leak in there, which most likely is why it's causing the car not to raise at the front, as you've seen. So I'm gonna ring the guy, see what he wants to do. This can be done on the floor. I've done it. It's possible. It's a pain in the ass, but it's possible. So I'm gonna speak with the guy, see what he wants to do. And interestingly enough, guys, it looks like what I thought it would be slightly different than a leak on one of the airbags. It actually turned out to be a leak on an airbag. So I'm going to speak with the guy, and we'll see what we're going to do. Okay, and I just spoke with the owner over the phone. He wants me to buy the parts, but what I'm going to have to do now is I'm going to have to move this car into the gravel side, because I have a car here on the side that is not making into a video, but because I'm gonna have to get the parts, this one is gonna take a little bit longer, because obviously by the time I get the parts, it's gonna be a few days. Even if I buy the parts today, it's gonna be a few days, so most likely I'll not finish this car until next week. And in the meantime, I want to move that one out of the way, so I'm gonna have to move this one into the gravel. So I'm gonna put pretty much everything back in, back in here in the front. Oh dear. So we're going to put all these back on, because we're not going to need to access these anymore. We found the leak is over there. by the strut. It looks to me that the leak is at the top of the strut. Once we have it out, we can have a better look. But I don't want to buy the thing as well until I actually get to it, just in case if the leak is coming from either these little rubber seal that they all have. Let me take the smoke pipe. Hold on. So these rubber here at the back, in case if he's here or something like that, and we're going to be wasting money on a new airbag or used. The guy told me to look for used and new ones and then tell him the price, so it's one of those things. So but I think I'm gonna actually take the strut out or the airbag out, check it, and then I'll make the decision if I need one or not. But for now I think I can put all these back on, move the car to there, and take that one out and go from there really. So that's what we're going to be doing next. So I don't think I'm going to take you through the replacement of these. I already took you how these can be taken out. So the other side is going to be the same. It's a pain in the ass to get to these nuts at the top. I'm not going to lie, it's a little bit of work. It's a little bit tricky, but it is doable. So it is doable. So I will leave the link in the description below for the video for the other one, and I will leave the link where I start to explain how you take these off, so you have a better look. But it's going to be the same procedure, and yeah, so that's it guys. So stay tuned. I think next week I'll be finishing these off, I guess, unless I manage to take the strut out today, which I don't think I will have time now, judging by the time. It's half 5, it's a little bit too late now. But yeah, next time I will show you possibly the strut out and where the leak is. Okay, there is a balloon underneath the car. Right, this is actually, guys, a week later. I will explain you what that tape is for, but I'm sure you guys can guess already. So today is actually Monday, and on Friday I got the replacement. So the old one is there, as you can see. Okay, I got a replacement on Friday, and Friday night I didn't record that because I did a little bit on a rush, because I wanted to leave to put it in and do this to the car, which I'll explain in a minute. So I put it back in and raised and lowered the car twice, but we still have a bit of a problem, because from the access level, which is the lower level, to the normal level, it goes fairly quick, but then to go from the lower level to the off-road level, which is where he is now, it takes a little bit. The rear goes quite quick, the front takes a little bit, and yes, we do get vehicle raising slowly on the dash. I've only tried it twice, so I didn't let the compressor to run for too long, but I guess if I would have left the compressor to run, that would trigger the fault. So what I've done on Friday, so as I said, today is Monday, so this was 3 days ago. So the car has been like this. I haven't started the car whatsoever. It's been like this for 3 days and 4 nights. Today is Monday, and it's pretty much end of the day. It's about 6:30 now. And what I've done when I finished is I put this tape like this. And what I wanted to see was if the car was dropping. And as you can see, the tape is still quite sort of stretched. So maybe I might have lost probably a couple mil, if that. The front one on the passenger side, which was the bad one, as you're gonna see, same, still quite stretched. The other side, driver's side, show you the same, so he hasn't dropped. And I will show you the rear driver's side as well. That is still, oh dear me, it's still, this one kind of looked like it went a little bit more, not really sure. This side is a little bit higher, the level on the floor, so it might be that, but still I'm not too worried. It looks, to me it looks okay. Car is not dropping. Now I was not to record this today, but I might gonna do it there, because my plan was actually to get a car that is supposed to come in for an airbag problem to go where the Land Rover is, and the Land Rover was supposed to come to here where the Jazz is. But as you're gonna see, or as you might have seen, don't know yet, from the video, things didn't went as planned, and it looks like this Jazz is gonna stay here for a few more days. So I think I'm gonna work in there, because the next thing I'm gonna tackle is the compressor, which is what I think is wrong. And the compressor is right there after the rear wheel, underneath, just in that area right underneath, so we can work on this side. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna remove the compressor and try to see what's wrong with it, because that's the only thing now that can be, is the compressor in there. I don't really see anything else wrong other than that, because the car, as I said, the rear raise absolutely spot on. The front takes a little bit to raise, but as you can see, it's not dropping when stationary, which means there is no leaks, at least in there. I smoke test, as I said at the time, I smoke test the line that comes, the orange line that comes all the way back to the compressor side, and I couldn't see any smoke, so I'm gonna assume that's good. So yeah, that's gonna take the compressor and go from there, but that's gonna be tomorrow. Okay, and the following day the compressor has been removed, including the bracket, because I'm gonna have to drill that bolt. This is the bolt that goes on the cover underneath, right in the middle. They usually snap quite easy, so we're gonna have to grind this leveled and then just drill it. That's why I took the bracket. The compressor is here. Now I had the compressor completely into bits. I've just put some of the parts back on, so I had the piston out, I had everything out, but this is in a sort of a state quite bad. Some of the seals, they came like this, completely perished. In there is some signs of some water being there. I don't know if you can see, so not really sure how good it is. This valve as well, there's some signs of, not really sure. Anyway, I spoke with the owner. I told him what the possibilities were from getting a rebuilding kit or getting a new compressor. I left that for him to decide, so I'm gonna wait to see why he brings me, and then we'll go from there. We're either gonna rebuild this compressor if he brings me the rebuilding parts, or we're gonna get a new compressor or a used compressor, not really sure. I don't know yet if I'm gonna do a video explaining you how I've been doing things lately when it comes to parts. I'm gonna very briefly explain here. I might just gonna make a video just explaining exactly what's going on, so I don't need to be explaining myself on every single video when parts are needed. But what I've been doing lately, guys, is if I need any parts, unless I can go and get brand new parts from the dealer, I'm not getting the parts anymore. So if the owner wants used parts from eBay, he can get them himself. If they came faulty, then that's his problem. He will have to send them back. He will have to deal with them, because I was getting sometimes faulty parts from eBay, and I would have to deal with them. I would have to pay the postage back, and then some people understand and they will happily pay for that extra postage. Some people just claim, or they would just say it was not their problem, but it's not my problem either. So to completely avoid situations like that, second-hand parts, aftermarket parts, they will get them. Unless he tells me, unless the owner tells me, yeah, you can go to the dealer and get a brand new part, genuine, I will go, I'll pay with my money, no problems at all. If it's used or from eBay, they can go and get them themselves. That's how I've been doing it lately. So just very briefly to explain, so I don't know what the owner is going to bring me. I think we'll have to wait to see. Okay, and 4 days later, I think it is, it dropped me this box. I'm just curious to see exactly what he brought me. I don't think I'm going to be doing this today, because I've just finished the Mini and the weather is like this. It's raining and it's not very good, but I was just curious to see exactly what he brought me, so I can kind of plan what I'm going to do next. So I'm going to open the box. Honestly, I don't know why he brought me, if it's new, if it's used. I don't have a clue what this is. So let me open this. Oh, I'm actually happy because it looks like it comes with a relay. It looks like it got me a new, yes, oh, beautiful, beautiful. I will show you in a second, hold on. He actually got me a brand new, I don't know if this is going to be sort of aftermarket or rebuilt. Have a look. It's definitely new. Yeah, it looks like an aftermarket by the looks of it, but it is brand new. So oh, there we go. I'm really pleased with what he brought me. Really nice, really good. Right, so yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do it today, guys, unless it stops raining completely. Am I gonna have to leave this? I don't know yet, but at least we have all the parts now. Following day, and today is the day that we're gonna put everything back in. I'm not gonna take you through the process. Literally just gonna assemble the pump back in place, connect everything, etc, and give it a go. See how it runs. Okay, all done, back in place. It looks like one of those low riders. Right, when I was replacing the front relay, the kit, the pump came with a new relay, so I thought, why not? I found that there is water getting to the front fuse box, special right at the back, close to the windscreen. These are the relays, I believe, for the wipers and something else, I can't remember now. I got them replaced, but I don't know how it is underneath, to be honest with you. It doesn't look good. The rubber seal was not in place, so I just put everything back on. But so now we're gonna start it up and see what happens. Okay, let's gonna start these things up and see what happens. Right, I think that that's better. Right, let's gonna start it up. So obviously we have all these faults, everything was disconnected. I think I had the ignition off at some point, so I think we might gonna have to connect the maxi Cs and clear the codes. Yeah. Alright, okay. Unless it's because, which most likely actually it is. Let me restart it again. Yeah, most likely it is because I have had the maxi Cs connected to deflate the system, to completely drain the system, and probably that's what it is. So let's gonna take the thing from out of that mode, inflate the system, and proceed. And here I am already kind of halfway through the procedure to enable back the suspension. So it's just inflating the system. Okay, so the fault is already gone from there. He asks me to turn the hazard lights for some reason, not really sure. So I'm just gonna finish these off and then see how he behaves. Okay, just came for a test drive. He's driving absolutely fault free, and I'll show you now how quick he raises. Okay, so yeah, I went for a good 10-minute drive, some of those more sort of off-road roads. It drives okay, no faults, no nothing. I've raised and lowered the car a couple times. It lowers okay. Obviously, if I just keep, I'll be monitoring obviously all the way. Obviously, if I keep going up and down, up and down, up and down, the system will go into safe mode because the compressor overheats. But that's, I think, is just the way it is. It's normal. You don't want to do that anyway. You're not going to be just raise and lower the car just for the sake of it. So anyway, I'm just going to put the phone outside and I will show you now how quick he raises and drops. So at the moment we are on standard mode, so I'm going to put it from standard to off-road. Okay, as you have seen, extremely quick. And there's no point for me to show you. It does the same from access to normal, and from access to off-road. Obviously it takes double of the time, because obviously it goes from access to normal, then normal to off-road. But as you have seen, it goes extremely quick. I would say it's absolutely normal now, and I'm really happy with the results. So that's it for this video, guys. With no further ado, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope there's some information here you guys might find useful. You might have learned something. If you do still have any questions, any comments, put them below. And like always, thanks for watching.